Hello everyone, and I am David, and I'm here to let you know very important facts about certain topics we dealt with over the past few weeks. All right, are you ready? All right. First of all, let's talk about urban areas and suburban areas. Cities sometimes called urban areas. Big cities like Seoul, Busan, New York are urban areas. These places have a large population, and there are many huge parks and convenience places like department stores and parks and many office buildings, and even governmental office buildings are found in urban areas. One of the advantages of big cities is that there is good public transportation. It means there are better and more buses and subways and trains. We can visit places like museums where we can see old things. And we have a national museum in our region, Gimhae. Let's tackle Gimhae 박물관. And theaters where we can watch movies and see plays. Okay? Let's move on. Unlike urban areas, suburban areas are good for living with large families. If you have a grandfather, grandmother, and aunts, uncles, and cousins, stuff like that, you need to live in suburban areas. Do you know why? Because there is more space. That is why we can see many houses with yards, backyard, front yard, even gardens. Okay? The important fact about these two places, urban areas and suburban areas, is that they are closely related. And a lot of people go to companies in urban areas and they spend their convenient life and comfort lives in suburban areas. All right? And they can have a lot of fun during weekends, both in suburban areas and urban areas too. Look at this man. Who is this? This is Frederick Chopin, one of my favorite composers. Chopin was a musician and a composer. He was born in Poland. His hometown was Warsaw, Poland. But he moved to Paris, where many musicians studied music and created and made their own style of music. He wanted to return to Warsaw, his hometown, but he couldn't do that because of a war. Instead, he stayed in Paris and created lots of music, all right? And before he died, he asked his sister to take his heart, to Warsaw. So he wanted his heart to be buried in his hometown because he really missed his hometown. Oh man, look at this. And this guy is playing a sports called stickball. All right, and you can see lots of people watching him hitting a ball with just a regular stick, not a baseball stick, baseball bat. Okay, let's take a look at what it is. Stickball. Stickball is a very similar to baseball. It's because they both need a ball and they have similar rules. But unlike baseball, stickball can be played in small areas. You can play stickball between two apartment buildings. You don't need any expensive equipment like a helmet, a glove, or a wooden bat. All you need is a ball and a stick from the ground. That is why we call this sport, this game, stickball. And you can also use a manhole as a base. Animal adaptation. Animal adaptation. We can see many animals that adapted to their environments. Moths in cities change their body color. And trees and walls in big cities are dark because of air pollution and smoke and a lot of other pollutants make walls and surfaces of buildings look much dark. So their bodies are dark too. The great tit changed its voice to find mate. As you can hear and you have already experienced, if you live in a city, there is so much noise around a city, right? So these species, the gray tit, cannot find its mate with its original voice, so it changed its voice to a higher pitch. Okay, and the crow is very smart. It drops nuts on the street and waits for cars or trucks to break them, and they plunge down to the nuts, the crushed ones, and they grab the nuts and take it to their nest and eat it. And Pacific Ocean, yeah. And Pacific Ocean, there are 5 big oceans. Can you name them? Okay, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic. The biggest and the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean. But this ocean is very dangerous because of the Ring of Fire, which is translated in Korean as 부래거리. It means that there are so many volcanoes. All right? Imagine how a volcano erupts, like magma, lava, everything, you know? And communities around a volcano are always terrified of the possibility of the explosion of the volcano. Okay? And there are also lots of sea creatures, animals like sharks, dolphins, and whales. Sun! Ta-da-da! The sun is the closest star to the Earth. And I told you the definition of the sun. The star. A star has to be the one that has the glowing source. It has a very intense power through which it can glow itself on its own, right? So we can call any celestial object in the universe that can have its own glowing energy source that we can call a star. Anyway, the sun is 109 times bigger than the Earth, and the average surface temperature is over 5,700 degrees Celsius. The core is hotter than the surface. Ouch! Without the sun, humans and animals, plants, of course, and can't have humans can't have fruits and vegetables to eat. Ooh, I'm so terrified. So, guys, are you familiar with these facts that I taught you? All right? Good. And I'll be back next time with another summary. Bye-bye.